This is the best kicker amp that you can buy right now, and we're going to test it. Now, for being Kicker's largest amplifier, it's not very big, and this thing boasts 900 RMS watts at 4 ohms, 1,800 at 2 ohms, and 1 ohm. They like to call this the any load. It's Kicker, but let's find out if it really kicks. 4 ohm certified run. We are rated for 900 watts. Let's see how much we can do. Woo! Not bad. 991 watts. Certified. Under 1% THD. 80% efficient. Only pulling 85 amps and 1200 watts from your system at 14.5 volts. We're going to do 4 ohms uncertified. Again, 900 watts RMS. Whoa, holy smokes. 1,058 watts at 14.4 volts. 79.6% efficient, pulling 92 amps. That's a lot of power at 4 ohms. This amplifier is rated at 1,800 watts at 1 and 2 ohm. We're going to try them both. Let's see if it can do it. 2 ohms certified. Nice. 1,818 watts. Not bad. Dropping down to around 14 volts. Still 79% efficient. That's really impressive. Pulling 2,300 watts out of your batteries. That's it. That's really good. All right, next up is the uncertified run. Can we get more than 1,800 watts? 1,959 watts. 79% efficient still, and only clipping around 3.5%. So this thing definitely did rated at 4 ohms and 2 ohms. Let's try 1.3 before we go right to 1 ohm resistive load. First up, we're going to do certified. Whoa! Okay, we got 2,145 watts certified. Only dropping down to 13.8. We're still 78.4% efficient. You're not going to be seeing 1.4 unless you're wiring this guy down to 0.5 ohm, which I have in my quad box build, but you're going to want to make sure you know what you're doing before you do that kind of stuff. But regardless, tons of power, and that's certified up to 1% THD, and I am truly, truly impressed. Let's try an uncertified run, see if we can get even more power out of this amplifier at 1.333333333333333333 ohms.
You're silly, I like that.
Wow, still only at 2% distortion, almost 2,200 watts. Now let's do the 1 ohm loads. All right, again, rated 1,800 watts at 1 and 2 ohms. Not bad. A little shy of that number, 1,673 watts, 1% THD, 14 volts. Still 74% efficient. Now, a lot of people may say that's a fail. This is really a 2 ohm board, and you can run it at 1 ohm. Now, there's some stuff inside that makes it do that, some like Steve Irby's magic dust. But let's see if we can at least get it uncertified. There we go. Would you look at that? 1,960 watts, 4% THD, dropping down to 13.8, 75% efficient. But I do not call that a fail, just because, man, that's a brutal test. A brutal test in how this amp is designed. And if my electrical was a little bit better, I'm dropping to 13.8. So maybe at the 14.4, I might have been able to get that 1,800 watts on the money certified. Dynamic. I'm not a big fan of dynamic runs, and this is Andy's dynamic run, because, you know, whenever you're in the lane, you're burping, and say you see this kind of impedance rise with your system, this is how much power you're going to see. Just a quick burst. 4 ohms. 1092. Can we get any more? Let's turn up that gain. Nope, that is it. 1092 watts. Dropping down to 14.3, 77% efficient. And man, that's pretty impressive. Now let's do 2 ohms, dynamic. Not bad. 1930 watts, dropping down to 14 volts, 78.9% efficient, and still only at 4% THD. Now, spoiler, this is going to be a good one.
Just got to look at it.
Whoa, 2,423 watts. Can we get more? That is it. 2,423 watts. Dynamic and 78% efficient. I was really surprised by that one, not gonna lie. Let's try 1 ohm dynamic. Not bad. 1,946 watts, 74% efficient, dropping down to around 14 volts. And again, I think it has a lot to do with how the amplifier is designed inside and how it's pretty much a 2 ohm board. But you can run it safely at 1 ohm. You can do resistive tests at 1 ohm over and over. This is actually the 3rd time I have tested this amplifier, and we're about to do it again on Tuesday.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
That's too damn bad! You keep digging!
Kicker for the win, man. Alright, let's see why this kicker amp is so loud. Oh, that's why. We got a whole kicker koozie in here, a lanyard, and an unmasked sticker. That's why. Makes sense. But yes, it is an amplifier. Those are amplifier parts. And, yep. But it is very compact. Everything looks super clean in there. You know, I don't know. It's an amplifier. And it's kicker. And it does rated. And then some. Now that we know how much power this amplifier makes, let's just look at the features. Got 0 gauge for the input and spade connectors for the output. The back end, you got your input for your RCAs and then output, so you can hook up a second amplifier and it will put out the same amount of input that it's receiving. High and low output switch here. These do take up to 40 volts, but there's a switch here on this guy that you have to click for the high level voltage. We got our gain, crossover point, and bass boost, and your 3.5 millimeter BassKnob connector. You've seen how efficient it is, so you need less batteries, and these actually do pretty well down to 12 volts, and not as much power, but they still do keep up, and they're an awesome amplifier. They really are. Well, the amplifier did really well. I kind of already knew it was going to, plus its kicker. They all do rated. Let me tell you, having a nice Amp Dyno over there to just know it's going to do rated, it's kind of disappointing. You like to see the fails. You like to see the ones that just do crazy over. And the kicker kind of gives you what you are asking for. You want 2000 RMS? We got you. You want to run it down to 1 ohm? And you want 2000 watts at 2 ohm too? No problem, because that's really what you're going to see is at 1000 to 2000 watts continuous being wired at 1 ohm compared to being stuck at 2 ohm, and you're looking at anywhere from 600 to 900 watts on the 2 ohm board version of itself. And I think that just comes into play of them listening to, the consumer, the people that are buying the product. So thank you, Kicker, for always listening to us. You don't have to, but you guys do, and you're always making stuff better. Now, I know this is not the biggest amplifier Kicker has ever made, but right now, as of the filming of this video, it is the biggest one available to purchase at kicker.com. And until the Warhorse is ready, I don't know. These Cxa 1800s have definitely they fit the bill, man. And they're small, they're convenient. And the Warhorse WX 3.6K, 5K, is not much bigger than this. So I can't wait to get that in my hands. If you guys want to see me dyno a Warhorse, let me know in the comments. And without further ado, Patreons, you guys are awesome. And looks like you guys made it to my next video. Stay living loud.